Is me a sat noisemaker. Good afternoon for everybody, because I'm safe to say that, unless they're in Alaska or Hawaii, then they have a few minutes. And I'm going to go back up here and read. I see Carrie's here, of course, and Denise, June Hansen, Sherry Rose, Dorlyn. You just found out you'll be heading to Arkansas September 20th. That is fine, Dorlyn. That is totally fine. Some things get mixed up a little. So it's like, I'll go cross the name off up there because it's just a wipe of the finger. But well, I know you'll have fun in Arkansas. Gotta be better than nothing. Put my phone over here. So, what's everybody doing today? Are you sewing on a project? It's like, it's always fun. It's like on the design wall is this one is complete. It doesn't call for the 2.5-inch border, but I did it anyway. This one's lacking a border. The material's out in the other room, but somebody just has to get it cut and do it. And see, got my lawn mowed, garbage out. This afternoon, start setting up, going through more stuff for yard sale. I keep looking. I didn't know you were planning a live. That should be fun. Well, it's not. It's just a messenger live where everybody can talk to everybody. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's so people can go in and out of the chat. They can sew, they can go get their lunch, they can take a potty break, whatever they need. They need to run to the store and get more fabric. That's their choice. I have and it's just Jelly Roll Day. It's not Jelly Roll Race. It's just grab something. Hi, Terry. As I called her, sweet Terry. We're all sweet sometime. We sour a little with life, but we're still sweet. But it's like I forgot Grandparents' Day was on Sunday. But I had 4 of my 6 I seen 5 of the 6 grandkids. And then I got to see all 6 of the great grandkids in one setting. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Gayla. But it's like, so happy belated Grandparents' Day. A lot of people don't even realize it's Grandparents' Day. I don't think I even knew anything about it until I think when I had my kids. And then it's like I made sure to get my grandparents a card and get them sent to my grandparents, and the kids made them out for their grandparents. You're still not inclined to do any social media other than YouTube. Yeah. It's like when you get brave enough, it's like just let us know. It's a whole lot different. I mean, a whole lot different. We don't even have to get dressed if we don't want. It's up to what you want to do. You can bring your food right out and eat it. It's like we don't care. It's just like we're having a retreat in person. Because it's like in my house, you never know who's going to walk through the door at what time. It's very seldom someone walks through the door anymore, but says anybody working on a project. I set up a project the other day and then forgot what I set it up and where I put it. It's like Marla got the. It's like I was looking all over the place last night. I got to put one set spot. So I am going to do. I received the Liberty box for this year. I don't have one of the pieces material required right off the bat, but I have the other materials. So I'm just going to start making those blocks on Sarah Jane. Featherweight Tuesday, I guess we could call it. I'm sewing on my string piece blocks still. Well, it takes a lot to do them. Up above my head here, I have 2 more quilts waiting. 2 for the last blocks of the wonky. And then the other one's waiting for the fabric to finish the borders. I have some orphan blocks. I may just do something with them. I have a dress burnout. Yeah. Hi, Maureen. It's like, yeah, I'm sewing binding together at the same, just before we came on. So I pushed it to the side. I'll probably forget where I put it later. Yeah. Well, I had grandparents. I think it's when I had kids is what drew my attention to it, maybe. And I have to remind my grandkids. I'm the oldest one in my family. So I'm what we call the matriarch. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. It's like, I forgot to turn the volume down. So now I can enlarge that screen. That's always the fun part. I enlarge it so I can read the writing. I just have to make sure what I see is where. Hi, Gladys. It's like, even if you put them together and call it a picnic blanket or a tabletop or something, that's what I do. It's like, just finished. This one that's in the corner, I had that some of the minky dot left, and I wanted to get rid of it, so I long armed this. So now I just have to put the binding on that I'm making. So back in the corner it goes. That's that one 6-pointed star. Hi, Kathy. Now, grab my project. I cleaned out a cubby hole. So it's not above me, it's behind me now. It's the Liberty box. It starts with a panel. This is all the leftover materials I have to deal with. Pattern, the panel. You didn't like your seams. Hi, Mary. Hi, Marla. So I have to skip a few instructions because it's like I don't have that material. So all I'm going to do is go back and make the blocks. And it's with the triangle paper, which is good for a featherweight, means I don't have my eye on how and where and what a 1/4 inch is 100% yet. She got all oiled last night. Guess I'm supposed to follow the arrows on the paper, right? That might be a good thing. I cut the fabric too close to the stitches, and I think it just, yeah. Then you cut it up into something else, or use it as a lining of some other blanket that you don't care. Take my foot off of the pedal there so it doesn't sound like the motor's still revving. Following the arrows. Following the arrows. Oops, as I hit the button again. I'm not a fan of this triangles, but I only had to use a little bit of them. I still have enough to make 300 more, or 200 and something more. The whole top is made though, so pretty. I may throw it just to add color to the cap. Yeah, you could do that. And I've seen some quilts that are being done that are weak like that they actually put tooling, that thin bridle tool, over the whole top of the quilt. But boy, that'd have to be one vintage quilt for me. See, figure out the best way. There. Got to deal with these smaller throats. Did you get the QVC box? Yes, I did, Maureen, and thank you. I was going to call you. I got a lot of purple going on. Yeah, it's like that. I agree, but I've seen it where if it was a true vintage quilt that you wanted. Ooh, that's pretty. This is the picture of the quilt that Terry's talking about. That's a pretty one. But if you don't like your seams, your snowballed corners. Hi, Mary. Making sure I said all the highs to everybody I could. But thank you, Maureen. It is very purple. When that arrived, I opened it up carefully because it's like, I don't know what she ordered me. And I was going to bring, oops, I can't read instructions here. It's like, didn't know which way the arrow's going. Hi, Joyce. I was trying to save some scraps. It's like, I could say applique over top of it, but that might not be what you want either. Put applique. But if you know that it's weak and you put it over the back of your couch, that'd probably be beautiful. It'd be probably very beautiful. Or it will be very beautiful. And you know that is more for looks than a fight. To sleep with it and have one of those moments like, who won? I put some interfacing over that seam. That's what I did. And then I did a feather stitch over top of the interfacing that I added. Yeah, it's like zigzag. She'd probably say it looked like it was fixed because you'd have to do them all. And then that would give it a probably too old-fashioned look. I did the feather stitch. I did it as big as I could, and I picked a complementary thread. This track is going to get me dizzy here. I'm lost in the track. I don't know which way to go. She's a fuss pot. Guarantee you Austin wouldn't care. You could put all the stitches you wanted on that thing. Austin would take any quilt, especially the ones his grandma makes. They are so much easy clean than the Rubbermaid. Okay. It's like means I don't have dinners and things like that as much anymore. I go, but I'll be well prepared. But I will not loan them out to anybody. They don't have a good enough excuse to need purple, whatever those locks are. And so is my son-in-law. He sews, has a puppet. Yeah. But use it yourself. You and Sebastian will appreciate it. And it's one of those things that every time you look at it, it'll remind you of what you should have did or should not have done. I'm lost on the track here. Here. Okay. This is like going on a subway somewhere. Like, which way do I go now? I said, I've only used this a couple times in a kit. They would give us like one section of these. Because that's how that's all we needed in the kits. Getting tired of poking myself on those pins. Okay, flip this up so it's not catching on the thing. Oh, Sebastian lives a good life. He has his quilt, my bed, my heart, and sometimes my dinner. At least some of your dinner. That's the way they are. It's like I'm reminded all the time of my little ones. It's like, don't have them anymore, but I still remember them. I have pictures It's like there's one right here. They're looking at me. See? My little ones. It's like, that's my last two sweethearts I had. Can't replace them. They were priceless. I gotta go plant flower bulbs and keep chewing Bailey out every time she goes to my flower bed. Nope. They all have their own traits, personalities. Oreo, the larger hairy one, that was when Tuffy was just a puppy. And it's like, she was the prince, or the queen, we should say, not the princess. Because it was her way or no way. Yes, we love our pets even when they are gone. Yep. Well, mine are in my flower bed out here. So I get to be with them, talk with them. And I'm going to put a big flower pot. And I have a stone to write their names on. Yeah, Terry, that was a typo mess. So I won't try to decipher it. Now it says, follow instructions. Follow the arrows, sew on the dashed lines, and cut on the straight lines. Okay. And then tear the paper away. Get all the straight cuts first. Because it says solid lines, so I'm just going to do a little at a time. It's like the one granddaughter said she'd be here this afternoon. Well, afternoon to me could be, for her, after Alani gets out of school. That could be when it is. I want that to go in my scraps. I don't need this big one. I can go back to the small one now, I think. Yep. June saying hi to everybody. Rita must have got some new fabric because I just had a pop-up. So there's 2 half square triangles. These are to make pinwheels. I know that. Yeah, arthritis and weather changing does not go together. It's like last night when I went to feed Ace, little bugger bit me. And it's like, I wasn't happy with him, but what you gonna do? He didn't draw blood. I was giving him a choice of the snacks off the palm of my hand. The food's up here, and he smells both snacks and then went and bit my finger right up here. It's like, I said, don't bite the hand that feeds you, Bucky. That's one of those times you have to remind them, don't bite the hand that feeds you. He tried a couple times a couple weeks ago, so I quit putting my hand in there. And this time he decided he wanted to come up. So I thought, what the heck? Try it again. Because normally he gets on my hand, walks up my arm, back into the pin. Not last night. And I have to make him more food this weekend. Gotta blend up a whole bunch of vegetables and fruits. I have a tree across my driveway from the thunderstorm we had at 6 a.m. waiting for landlord or maintenance man to take care of it after work. Okay, you can't go nowhere, June? Well, at least it wasn't a day that you had to take your sister out. Or was it? I don't know how many I'm supposed to make of these, but it's like, I didn't look that far ahead. I just did what they said to do. So I just figure I had to make them all. I have leftover, right? Seems like a lot of them. Yeah, you didn't need wound cares tomorrow or some. It's not every day. Her sister, not June, wound care. Probably has to be something done by the landlord because it's not a city tree. Who's the tree belong to, June? There. And then which way did it fall? If the tree belongs to the neighbor and falls in your yard, it's your thing. If it's because it's wherever the tree falls, that's Mother Nature. My son's tree fell across the fence, went into the neighbor's yard. And he went over to clean it up, and they said, no, our insurance says we have to do it. Yeah. Yes, where the tree lands is who's responsible for it. I thought that was stupid. So my son got the neighbor paid him to clean up the stuff because the insurance said he had to. So he fixed the chain link fence he put up. He didn't charge her. It's like, but the insurance said that she was supposed to pay him. And he says, I'm not taking no money. The act of kindness. None of my neighbors have trees near a fence line. I was the only one that had them near the fence line. Well, I should say our neighbors did. When we first bought the place, they had trees right on the fence line. Diseased. And every time the wind would blow, we'd, don't you want to get rid of those trees? It's like we had the chainsaw. We did most of the work. Believe me, it was supposed to be him, his wife, and 2 sons with us and our 3 kids. Well, it's funny how people just up and disappear. When it comes time to do it, it's amazing how fast they disappear. They got things to do, places to go. So now I'm supposed to just rip off all these papers. And I've always found in foundation paper piecing, it's better to crease it because it tears easier. So one of these things that takes you all your life to get to the project, because there's one more step. So one, someone did say if you put just a little bead of water down that seam, but to me, that would make it messy. Because I think this paper might get a little messy. I only have this many more to go, and this is only one group. There's 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. And the other blocks you gotta make are red and whites together. I'm working on the Liberty Box quilt. It's called, I guess, this 2024 Liberty Box quilt. I would say Sweet Land of Liberty, but I seen somebody else's has a pattern out also for that panel. And I need to make, does it say? No. But after I get 4 of them tore apart, I can make a pinwheel. That's what I'm working on right now. Making the half square triangles to go with the pinwheel. And then it's like, and they should measure 3.5. I wonder if they actually do. And they're tearing very easily. Just like on when I did Ella. And this is thinner paper. Comes right off. But I'm going to press one open to see, are they actually 3.5, or do I have to trim every single one of these? Maureen would know. I'm hoping they're all 3.5s. It's because it says the unit should measure 3.5. I don't like that should in a phrase. It works. Cut off the dog ear. Put them all back there on the pile. But it's like, I just run my finger down the paper. Just like when we do perforated paper. I always fold it, run my finger down it, then tear it. Because it comes right off. They are Usually very accurate. Okay. As long as I cut them right. Falling asleep because I had another rough night. Okay. Catch you later, Dorlin. And we'll miss you on the 21st. But enjoy your trip. If I don't, I should see you a couple times before then. But if I don't, you'll have fun. Like, maybe I'll press 4, make a pinwheel. Because I know the pinwheels have to be all the same color. So, that'll work. See how my striped white background works here? It's like I didn't pay attention to how I placed them or sewed them or anything. I might pay attention a little, see what happens here. It's like, boy, I can't even think this one. Pressed to the dark, I pressed it to the white. Temporary insanity. It's like, one thing about when Alicia does come, I'll probably have the 2 great grandkids here. So, Mr. Allen, that's walking everywhere, he's going to be into everything. I'm hoping they get here a little bit later. I just remembered there is a little bit of decon on the floor I need to pick up because he puts everything in his mouth. Can't see what I'm showing. I can see it. I have the camera down right showing on the table. Oh, the iron, you guys want to see me iron? It's like, that's the most boring part. I pressed to the wrong side on one of them. I did. It's like ironing this, but it's like the stripes. This one, and this way, this way, this way. So it means I have 2 of each. We'll see what happens if you do 2 of each on the pinwheel. Because they say that way. Oops. Guess I should take the dog ear off. Just got an embroidery thread box. This is getting serious. Michaels needs to stop sending me coupons. It's like, I don't get anything in the mail anymore. If I want some minky, a certain color, I have to get a hold of Melinda. And then she goes in on the other every other day that fabric's on and gets what I need. Pick up all those little dog ears. I call confetti. So these two need to be opposite each other. Yeah. If I do that, then the stripe all runs the same direction. There. See? The stripes all run the same direction. If I make sure to use two of each. They email me rewards. So, yeah. It's hard to pass up a good deal. Let's move over to the sewing corner over there. Okay, Terry, you get over there. See which one of my grandkids? Nope. I need this debate to be over, or this election to be over. Getting more and more and more political things in the mail, or email, text message, everywhere. It's like, leave me alone, people. Before I come in, right? Which way? My downfall every Friday is watching the Fat Quarter Shop. That tickle in my throat. I try not watching anybody. I have enough trouble on my own. It's coming up to the holidays. I have great grandkids and it's birthday seasons and August starts the run of everything. It's like July's kind of quiet. We have just Melinda. January still has nobody. We are going to have a watch party tonight, beer and snacks. Okay. The block all come out so I don't get. Oh, I block them all out. It being it's coming under text message, it's not letting me do the blocking. I think my phone company's against me or they're getting paid for them to come through. There's somebody's in cahoots with somebody. Together. Press them opposite each other. You can pin it, pinch it, whatever. No fights, only one political. It's like, yeah, I get them from a friend. Can't call her a friend. She won't answer back if I say some words or anything. She just keeps sending me and it's like, I just ignore her now. So if she ever did want to talk, I'm not going to be there. Because I don't look. I'm the worst person to be trying to get something political. And Maureen knows it. Marla knows it. June knows it. It's like, why doesn't everybody else know it? So on to the other. Back to ripping papers. At this note, we'll do that. Do you click on the three dots at the top right of the screen to block? It's like on my cell phone, it didn't give me that option. It's like I was only getting one every once in a while. Now I'm starting to get them more frequently. And I don't know if I can reply to it or not. I don't want to reply to it because I'm afraid that something else might come of it. Okay, I know who that one come from. I block and report spam. Yeah, she sent that. Terry, did you see that one on that featherweight today that somebody put to the curb of featherweight? I thought, why couldn't that be my block? I would go find. I never see anything put to the curb. Featherweight in a case. That's what Susan Munger just sent me. It's like, I can't believe it. Some people have all the luck. You saw that post too, Marla? It's like, if I seen a black square box thing, believe me, I'd be stopping. See, somebody else posted one that they was driving by. They seen a black box, but that's all they got was the box. There was no featherweight. Hi, Rhonda. Yeah, like I can send you the link, Terry. It's like, yeah, they found it on the curb. People was cleaning out their grandmother's. It's like, come on. There, sent it to you. Is Susan on the chat? No, Susan can't show up in my chat. We haven't figured out why. If you have something to say to her, just write it. She'll see it. Usually. Yeah. And Rhonda, that is going to be very colorful. Excuse me. I was looking to make sure they didn't get a penguin foot with it. It's like I was going to become their friends. See, we don't have anything like that in here. And somebody said actually, you need to read the death notices in the paper. Well, and then Google and hunt for their possible address. And I said, do I really need to go into that much? She says, "Hi, Susan. I got the box with the Christmas blocks." As, and how's your daughter-in-law coming with her blocks, Maureen? Courtney's almost done. You love them? Okay. I got the first group all deshelled. I should move my plastic tote. I've tried pressing my hand a few times. That doesn't work very well. The other day when I was just playing with the iron, like I was just holding it, dropped it. Thought I dropped it more on my hand, but where I put the cold water was the wrong spot. It's further up on my finger. Just got click links on links in text and they over your device and all the information. Okay. Next one I get, I'll do some more searching. If I get one during the middle of the night, I might end up replying to it. Haven't talked to my daughter-in-law recently. I will see her today. We are going to my granddaughter's to see the new baby. I will find out. Okay. Oh, I probably that chime sounds like saying plug her in. It's like, where's the end? It's like it was just there. Oh, it's in the pile. Don't want to lose my battery. But I've got more quilts than I have beds. Almost done. Got that little one with the minky, with the dot, the minky dot or dimple, whatever they call it. Dimple dot. There. I'll get it. Just say it. I got that one. I just need to put the binding on. So another hand project. Trying to get some hand projects. Even though there'll probably be 1,000,002 questions. We have the yard sale this weekend. So my sit time out there. Want something to do. Because I just can't come back and forth into the house. Unless it's go potty. But if I get to spend time with a couple of my grandkids and a couple of the great grandkids, it should be fun. Okay, that one's a sideway. Stripe. Stacking them by which way my white on white goes. OCD me. Got my stripes going the same way. I'm thinking it'll work out. It should. Right now, it's like, okay, now I'm getting the other ones. I was going, it's outnumbering. And then I got to check sometime to see if I have a piece of plywood. For any of you guys that are my Facebook friends, you seen my Costco cardboard truck. If I can get a piece of plywood, I think I have a set of wheels that I can put under it. Because they did ask, can it have wheels, Gigi Ma? I have cardboard wheels, but I couldn't find no black paint. Went down to buy a can of spray paint, and it's like $6. So I'm trying to figure out what else I can do. I have dark green. Can we have dark green tires? But maybe in the back shed someplace there's a partial can of black. Just enough to say done. Okay. 2 of this. 2 of that. 2 of that. Put them in my stacks of 2. That way my stripes all go the same way. Well, how in the heck did I miss these 2? I don't know. I just got done eating a banana split. Oh, no. Who went out and got you a banana split? Oh, I had ice cream cone yesterday. I had to go get the diaper program diapers yesterday. And it was nice and warm. So I says, why not go get a banana or an ice cream cone while I'm out? So I did. And it was so good. I just wish they wasn't so expensive. So if I put them in sets of 2, I should be able to go back and go right and so chain all of these together. Keep my foot off of the gas pedal. That way you guys don't have to listen to her buzz. Like, get the stripes going the right way. It's like, I don't know. That way. And that way. Nesting that stripe, the point down there. And Jen have a good birthday yesterday, Kathy. And did you look down in the comments? I sent her a picture of what's his name? Alan. sitting here going, I don't think I have these chained right. They're in the right sets. This one. So this one goes here. That one. I don't post my grandkids, great grandkids on my Facebook. If you get them from me, they're in Messenger usually. They're never on the cover. Yeah. It's like he's in the high chair eating his birthday cake. The sound of your machine is a lot more tolerable than most of the high stitch. Yeah. I can still hear you speak. Okay. Sometimes I get a little too soft spoken. Just let me know. And sometimes I pause because I'm thinking. It's like, sometimes it's like, can't I think and sew at the same time? No, not always. So I know these are in sets of 2. And this one is done. It should be a pinwheel when I open it. And it is. But it was so hot and miserable Saturday during that birthday party. Coda and Aspen don't like really getting wet in swimming pools. They got wet in a swimming pool. That's pretty bad. And little Miss Delaney, she was so hot she didn't even want to wake up. She probably thought, why did I come out to this world to be roasted? So I'll leave that sit there. See, I did do that. It's like, I have some pinwheels that go that way and some that go this way. But you know what? I don't care. Pinwheels can go all different ways, right? So this one's opposite of this one. And they're not by each other. So I don't know why the pinwheels can't turn. I wonder if I could do that more than once. It's a design choice, right? Because I don't care. It's like, I say that more here lately. I make things for me. And if I can't be a little bit different and unique, no one else has to look at it but me and you. So the uniqueness of my pinwheels. Now I'm going to try and make half of them one way and half the other way. There's another challenge. Okay, I got to make them match. Let's see if I got 2 chances. This grouping of it and then the next. Let's see if I can succeed. Right now I have one each direction. 50-50 chance. This one's the correct one. My train. Let's see. Press to the dark. So this is evening it out. Let's hope that other one works. Then I'd be 50-50 right on there. Woohoo! Without even trying very hard. That's to the dark, so that one goes that way. Needle down while I readjust. I probably spoke too softly on that one. When I turn my face away from the laptop, I get lighter toned also. Okay. Set the seam. Taxi time. Okay. Have fun. I have this week off. Next week I'm back to taxi time. That one's that one. That one. So this is the two different ones. Nope, I didn't look out. I got 3. So I have to try harder in the next one. Have to try harder. Guys have to remind me. Like, where does the time go? It's almost 2. My time. Nobody's here yet, so I just keep making some pinwheels. Put you in the down position so I can reposition. I was going to clean out my pickup too. See how well that works. Noisy outside, but I don't see anything. I got my front lawn mowed. If Austin shows up, I am going to very quickly hog time and get my lawnmower jump started so I can mow my lawn. Almost did that. That's not the right sewing machine to do that on. Okay, press this one and put it on the pile that it goes with. It's like the stripes rotate. We got straight up and down, side to side, straight up and down. So there's all sorts of things you can sit there and try to do. Okay. Hold this paper. Find my arrow. Find the foot pedal again. I wouldn't think I would be ready quite yet for more pinwheels, but Jacob's ladder just had a bunch. And or half square triangle blocks. This one up here on the wall had a whole bunch of half square triangles. It's like 4 per block. 38 block. And Marla is making 2 of them because she had so many half square triangles made. I'm just trying to get UFOs completed. June's working on. Are you working on yours, June, as we sew? June's making the All Roads quilt. There's a group of 4 of us that are goofing off doing it. I see where my arrow is before I pass the intersection. UM. Okay, I won't ask you any more questions so you can sew. I could ask you one more. Are you on number 1, 2, 3, or 4 for the day? For today. Only today. Darlene got hers done. Her top done. And I think we was unanimous. We're all adding a border. June will if she has enough material. Because it's an afterthought. And I thought 10 yards and it ended up being almost 12. So I had more than enough. She's on number 2. Following these papers, the fun part is it seems like you're sewing on the wrong side every now and then. And then I try to, whoops. See, I just come up the one way straight the wrong way. Well, I guess I'll go down this one way straight the wrong way. How is it going to know if I'm doing it backwards or not? Right? The arrow says I'm doing okay. All this, you have enough fabric? Okay. This seems off. It's like, we all had a layer cake to play with. So that's what we did. Okay. This one here. I need the back track here. And turn the corner. I had to back up on the block. The arrows are still going towards me, so I'm doing something right. Ouch. Those pins are evil. And when I go to do something, if it's got any, I'm taking this one out before I cram it in my hand. When the points are going the same direction as the arrow. It's going to be crammed sometime in my hand. Fold the paper. One more. And fold this up. My eyeglasses are ready for pickup. They'll wait till next week. I'll make other plans for them. Because I'll go up and see the 3 grapes. So that'll be either Tuesday or Friday. And I'm on here on Tuesday, so it'll probably be a Friday. Because this weekend is the yard sale. Supposed to be cooler weather anyway. Hey, I got back on the arrows going the right way. But the all roads, that one quilt that's behind me. This one here, Terry, that I sent you the picture, that one that you found the free pattern to last week, and Patty G did. You should see the one that Darlene picked for the next one. It's like, it's an interesting one. It's called the Feathered Stars quilt. I think it's a Free Spirit pattern. That's the one that Darlene picked. She sent it to me, says, what about this? It's like, then I showed her the Feathered Star quilt pattern I had sitting up here. And it's like, I probably moved it to another location because it's like, that's the way the all roads. I'm going to make it that one when I catch up with my list. It's like, my list is overgrown still. It wasn't very quick. And then, like I said, we added the 2.5-inch border because I felt it needed it. I felt it needed it really bad. It's our choice, right? I put borders on everything. Made it just a little bit wider, a little bit longer. It is a good size throw, but it's still. I have to get off now, go to my granddaughter, see the little one, and then back in time for the debate. Okay. Bye, Maureen. Thanks for coming by. Give your little one a hug from all of us. That way you get extra hug times. Because that's what we get for being a grandma. And great grandma. It's the added bonuses. Bonuses are nice. Oops. One more pin. Yeah, Austin, means he give the start time for me. he said next time he was going to give them a week head start. And I told him that's not fair, but Austin will do what Austin does. Now I just have to get the backing. And it'll have some purples and blues in it for sure. I'm sure there's a pretty one over there at Marshall Dry Goods somewhere. I'm sure there's something at Marshall Dry Goods I can find. Seems like there's a lot of different pretty I forget even what it's called. Are they just paint? Cloud, mystery. But Marshall Dry Goods has several, and they've brought in some more new ones. But it's trying to remember which one is. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are that way. Hi, Lori. You're not late. You're never late. We don't have a schedule. I'm cutting up. I did the triangles with the paper because I'm doing the Liberty box quilt, and it just says 2024 Liberty box. There's really no name to it. You can call it what the panel says, but last night when I was looking for that fabric, or the night before, somebody else has a pattern out called Sweet Liberty. Probably the maker of the panel. Probably the maker of the panel. Fabric line. I didn't look that far because it wasn't what I was doing. Didn't have near as many pinwheels. So I can be fussy on them. But waiting for the grandkids, what their meaning of afternoon is. I have no idea. I don't think these little pieces of paper would hurt in the dog bed, but I'm still separating them. A lot of people keep popping up. Mona's doing a test. Rita got a mystery box. It's like every time I clear off a pop-up, I get another pop-up. So I'm just going to leave it so it's not so distracting. But it's just, and then I'm going to, not next week, next week maybe, plant my bulbs and see if Bailey will stay out of them. I'm either going to get an electric fence, or I thought about just stringing a rope across it, see if that would help. But I don't think I have that much rope. Triangles on a roll. Would I recommend them? I don't know. They work great for the featherweight. That way I didn't have to mark on each side of the line this many times. Triangles on a roll might be a good thing if you're using a featherweight. That would be my recommendation. So I'll put this back down. Press. Rip. Just get a hold of that paper right there. Of course, one little paper was stubborn. There's always got to be something stubborn, right? I was always the stubborn one in my house. Probably from being the oldest girl in the family. I don't know. I always remember my grandpa saying there wasn't enough sugar in the world to make me sweet. Maybe he knew something we didn't know. It was all joking, but it's like, that's what happens. Is anybody else planning on celebrating Jelly Roll Saturday with anybody else? A YouTube creator or a group? Quilt Guild group, a family group, sewing group? And do you have it? And if you are, do you have your pattern picked and ready? I haven't read mine. It's like, I want to make sure I have everything ready to go. I'm doing Jelly Roll Sizzle, fat quarter stop. Except for I have more jelly rolls than 30 strips than 32, so I'm going to make mine longer because I can. June's ready to go. Can't remember if Darlene said. It's just fun. We can't ask my sister. She's on her quilt cruise with her sisters, but she's joining us. Dora Lynn was going to join us, and then she's going to Arkansas, which I would take that trip before it gets too much wintry. I would like to go to Arkansas just because I haven't been there. I'd like to go to New York because I haven't been there. Yeah. Being overdue didn't allow me to go to New York way back when I had the chance. Dang kids. They get in the way when you're even carrying them in the pouch. My fabrics are ready. I don't remember if I chose a pattern. Yep, brain fart. Well, Ronnie just calls it chemo fog. Mine's old age. Or too many irons in the pot. Yeah. I did make a sample of my block. I have to make a bunch of these blocks. This is not from my jelly roll. This was scrap fabrics. My jelly rolls are still sitting up there unharmed. This shirt, it's like I tuck it in, poke it in, and it still pops up. When the camera's down, you get to see my lap a lot. I just jelly roll, sizzle, lap quilt. Who knows what I'm going to do with it. But I guarantee no matter what, Austin will like it. Just using up my fabric, getting rid of it. I wouldn't have had these strips if I hadn't have won them. So next year's jelly roll day, I will probably just ignore it if I don't have strips. Unless I want to cut a lot of fabric. I'll just say I participated the last 2 years. I don't need to go anymore. And then is there just jelly roll day, or is there a jelly roll day and a jelly roll race day? I'm trying to remember. Was our jelly on Kathy's, was it in September? I don't remember. Kathy, where's your handy dandy notebook? Look that up. So when we made the jelly roll. Kathy's was Christmas. I remember that. Mine's on the back of my chair. Quilted, bound, and washed and fell asleep under. Quilted by me sister Laura. My chosen sister. I have lots of chosen sisters, but Laura's number one chosen sister. Just jelly roll day. A lot of people do the jelly roll race on that day. Okay. Phew. I sure didn't want to come up with another jelly roll down the road. Thank you, Marla. Now a lot of pressing again. Go to the dark side. I don't even know what show that's off of. I'm sure someone will tell me. Is that Star Wars? Is that? I don't know where the dark side is. Like I said, I'm sure someone will tell me. Yeah, it's September 21st. It's always on a Saturday. I do know that much. Because we got together on Kathy's on a Saturday. I forget how many hours we was on. I may just cut up my jelly roll race quilt from last year and recreate. Yeah. It's like, I have that one jelly roll quilt. I just cut it in sections, added white, flipped the middle section, put it back together. It don't look like anybody else's jelly roll race quilt. Star Wars, okay. Hey, I was right on something for once. Because I'm not a Star Wars girl. I just know Aspen was born on something to do with Star Wars. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Is that Star Wars too? Alani, she gets to share her birthday sometimes with Mother's Day. I don't know if you didn't like the way it came out. Mine came out beautifully. Laura quilted it for me. Made it even more special. I took it on the plane to Florida with me. So mine's been almost from one side of the United States to the other, even diagonally. Ella is on a trip right now, Terry. Ella is off to a custom quilter. She's heading to Nebraska. I said it's time that Ella needed done. And if I would have shrunk it just one little bit, if the pattern would have been shrunk, then I could have did her. But it's like, hi, Lorraine. If you throw some paint, what kind of material did you use, Terry? And how's Lorraine today? I'm pressing a whole bunch of half square triangles. That's what my project is. But now my OCD brain has to try to match these up to the stacks I got before. Yeah. See her quilted? I was thinking, it's like trying to figure out. She's going to Nebraska. I hope she has a good trip. I don't know if she'll be in the plane or if it's all going to be ground. Who knows? I decided to just keep her the wall hanging. She is. Because I didn't need a quilt. And I could put up my curtain rod like I'm supposed to. And then I could hang her on the wall over my window. Yes, she's going to get a spa day. I was talking to this one gal. She does reasonable custom quilting. And first she was overwhelmed because she had never did an elephant before. But I explained what I would like to see. Straight lines in the body and swirls in the gray background like it's dust coming up. She decided she would give it a try. Well, she would do it. She might not want elephants under her belt, but when I get the Tutti Frutti done, I can do Tutti Frutti in the straight stitches in the parts. Both of yours are hanging. Go back and press this one more time. Didn't like it. Every once in a while they give when they shouldn't give. I figure if I keep putting her off, I'll lose where I have her stashed away. It's just one of those things. And the backing that Susan Munger sent. I'm glad I looked at there was 4 yards in that fabric that Susan Munger had sent. That was way too much. Why? That one's partway to the dark and partway to the light. That one. Retest this side. And I'll get back out my pieces. Cheryl, I had to do grandson bus duty. His mom has picked him up. Now I'm behind with you. Okay. I'm still making more half square triangles to make pinwheels, but I have another challenge to myself because I have one pinwheel turned the other way. So I'm going to make more pinwheels that have turned the other way. So I'm going to see if I can master this. I should be able to. We'll see if I can or can't. I will send my grandson a text message when I'm done. I'd like him to come down and jumpstart my lawnmower. See, I think they're all done. So let's see if this will work or not work. What did you say earlier about jelly rolls? Oh, Saturday, September 21st is Jelly Roll Day. And there a few of my friends and co-sewers and YouTube followers were getting together to participate in that Jelly Roll Day. And I'm making Jelly Roll Sizzle. And I did one sample block of it. See if I can sit it out here. And when these blocks all get set together, these accent corners will make a pinwheel. So the outside edges won't and the inside will. It's a free pattern. It's on the Fat Quarter Shop. And then I have more than the small 32 strips is the pattern here. But when they come back together, they make pinwheels. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So mine will have 6. Or more. Because I'm going to use up the strips I have. So I'm going to go for the width and go for longer. But they had lap size, twin size, queen size, and crib size. So there's several sizes. But I'm just going to go until my strips run out. That looks like a large block. Like these 5-inch snowball blocks I'm making. Like in the quilt. Yeah. It's like, it has See who sent messages. Well, there's one cancel for today. Good thing I don't have a busy life. So now I want to see if I can get these to match up. They don't have to have the stripes going the same way. They just have to lay the same way. The correct way. So there's 3 on this pile. That's 2 on that pile. I think it's going to be a good throw quilt too. That's what I'm going for. Throw. Are these all the same? Nope. See, I already forgot where I'm going. That makes that stack of 3. So then, which way? Up and down, side to side. So this one, turn it until I find where it matches. This is like playing a game. This is playing a game. I made it a game. How about that? Okay, this one has up and down. So I need this one to go this way. Okay, so that puzzle piece goes there and there. It's a 12.5-inch block, Terry. It is a 12.5-inch block. So now there won't be a chance of Alicia coming in until Friday. So it's just one of those things. Close that. Put that over in the drawer. So we'll do the chain gang sewing. And each group of 2 will be a pinwheel. Yeah, when I got that block done last night, I go, is this 12.5? It looks huge. It must be the dark colors. I don't know. Now I look at that quilt out, took the quilt out. Remember Sybil? Yeah? Is that what you have? Split personality quilt? There used to be one quilt that I'd always said, what the heck was I ever thinking? It's like, I have to do a turn here. 1, 2. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So I can't even put things on. Well, that isn't going to work. That's up, down. That's up, down. Why is That one's up down. Why is that one not working? Because I can't think. Oh, there. I had one up there upside down. It's like, really? Already? I have one quilt. I go, what the heck was you thinking when you made this? I do have one quilt like that. It's like, I have no idea. Get these two sewed together, grab those other two, and flip them open. I guess we're not supposed to like everything we make. There's times that we just, our taste change, our eyesight changes. I don't know. Or maybe we was drinking when we did it. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, Alani had an accident at school. Her mama sent me pictures of her head. So, as soon as I'll get that answer back to us now that I got you guys all going, huh? What? Yeah, I just sent her mom a message saying, what? Oh, I remember that one. I like that one, Terry. I did like that one. That's your jelly roll last year, isn't it? Yeah, I liked it. You made the jelly roll with a modern flair. And I like the colors in it. Yeah, back of her head. So Mama must have got called to school real fast. I can imagine her mama. So I'm waiting to hear back. Her dad will probably want her pulled out of school. It's like, come on, Alicia. It's not a big whatever, but it's like back of her head. Uh, see, she did 5 days last, or 4 days last week, and the fifth. So today would be her sixth day. I'm hoping it wasn't. She just tripped. She's very bashful at school. When I went up for Grandparents' Day, you got rid of the dresses today. When I went up for Grandparents' Day last Friday, um, she sits on the bench at recess. She doesn't want to go play. She doesn't know them. So we're trying to convince her into doing things with other kids. She's very outgoing otherwise. So I tossed the ball to her and the other grandma. And I had them bounce the ball back and forth. And I said, maybe you can get a little girl to come do this. Yeah, she had one Thursday or Wednesday, one day 1 week, and she had 4 days the next week, and then today. So 4, 5. Today would be day 6. As outspoken as Ani is, we was really amazed that she was that bashful. I don't like she's taken forever to let me know. Well, see, when Alicia took her up the first day, her and the dad, both mom and dad went up for her first day. And she was like pushing them out the door. Go, leave. And then when I got to take her up on the next Wednesday, she was holding my finger until it was turning blue. She did not want to stay by herself there. She fell off the swing at the school today and the back of her head is bleeding. Okay. She went out into the play yard. Now she'll probably never go back in the play yard. Oh. You can't win for lose with kids. You're going to go get food, taking the speaker with you. Hi, Katie. It's like, just hope it doesn't traumatize her of going out to the play yard. Who's already having issues. So it's just one of those things. Okay, this one goes up on this pile. This one will go on that pile as soon as it comes available. But it's good to hear it's a minor thing. Still have to watch for concussion, though. Head trauma's a head trauma. With all the pea gravel that schoolyard has, you wouldn't think that you'd get a... But that pea gravel is also very, very, very hard to walk on. I had on tennis shoes and had a hard time. She had on her sandals the other day. But we tried getting her to go. And then it doesn't help. She's afraid of heights. So she can't go on the slide. The tall one. Like all the rest of them are doing. Press to the dark side. I hope I'm not as OCD on the next group. Oh, I will. That's me. Because this stripe's not going away. It's the background for the next one. I got to trim to make sure these are all the right size. Because I just took the word of the first grouping, being 3.5, so who knows? one more half square triangle of this color set. And then there's a whole nother color set. They're all a very like colonial blue, dirty blue. That blue, gray, steely blue. Like my grandson's eyes. Press to the dark. Well, I won't have to worry about watching Alan. I don't have to rush out now as fast, but I gotta get that rat poison off the floor, no matter what. I didn't know it was on a box and they spilled it. So we'll see how this all works. We all know it's going to work. We do know that. It's always going to work. Find my cover from Terry. Put my presser foot down. Light off. Unplug her. Slide her out of the way a little bit. Put that back over there. Press this open. Then I'll see if they all square. But I'm doing Sparklers is probably the name of the pattern. Sparklers quilt pattern. And it's using the Sweet Land of Liberty inside. No, it's like she's just bleeding, Marla. She's just bleeding. It didn't look like enough for above that. But I'm sure it's her first accident. Well, I think it's her first accident. She, normally falls and bruises the arms and legs. This is probably her first head trauma. And they'll have to watch her. But it's not how you want to end your school day, right? See, does it say what size these all should be? 6.5 by 6.5. So get out the 12.5 and see if there's anything I need to trim one at a time. Always the steps that are important. Six and a half. I have one triangle that did not come out to the size, but it's within the sewing distance. So I'm just double checking. They're not 6.5 by 6.5, then they will be trimmed a little. And I followed the paper. I bet she has a story to tell everybody now. She was just building her confidence up for the playground. I'm just waiting for the day that she remembers the school kids. You're having a hard time keeping a secret? What kind of secret you got, Katie? It's really bugging you to keep it. Yeah, that's how secrets are. And then it's like after I kept everything all quiet and whatnot, and then everybody knew anyway. Yeah, it's like after school one day when I have her next week, maybe I'll wait for school all to get released and then take her back up to the playground up there and get her used to the toys because they are different from the park that we was out playing at. So maybe that would help, even though I don't like the pea gravel. I'm not a fan of pea gravel, but gets in the shoes, gets in everything. It's required by our state. It's pea gravel or those wood chip looking things. And those wood chip things, if you fall and get a sliver, that's worse than anything because it's usually a cedar chip and they have to fester their way out. But like I said, I'll take her back up. Has to do with Nora. It's like, I have a foreign exchange granddaughter with the name Nora. But you're just busting at the seams there, Katie. It's like you want to explode now. But we're supposed to go down in temp finally. No rain in the thing. Today's supposed to be, I think, 83, and it's currently 82. So far we're right on schedule. Tomorrow's supposed to be, I think it was 70. Yeah, tomorrow's 71. That's our coldest day. Oh, my nose itches from all the dust. Good old quilt dust. So I have this handful of, let's see how many I'm supposed to have. 102 yesterday and 85 today. Woohoo! Yeah. We was roasting to death on Saturday. So I need of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I can count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. It's on schedule. It's correct. I have 8. It's like, that's where I'm going to stop at today on this one. And visit with you guys all for a little bit. Have from doing those things, this one little tiny piece stuck on this strip. And that's a good size strip. Oh, you're getting a puppy. You're getting a puppy. Or a full grown adopted dog, whichever. Still needs love. But just in case I need this in some scrappy stuff, those are good size pieces. This is the fabric I had to order. I needed 7 inches with the fabric to put this together. So I got it ordered. Yeah, I liked having my dogs with 2. It's like, it'll keep you busy too, Katie. Another one to keep you going. And when you go on your little trips, you got a friend that watches the dogs. But I'm not going to make this one any bigger than it is either. It might be put up for a little bit. It's like, I got to get more of my projects done. I got to go slower. June needs to kick me in the knee every once in a while and say, stop. But it's like, we got the pinwheel box. So next week, I'll probably do a few of these ones. Just to be something different. I'm going to do this one on Tuesday with. This one will all be together with the featherweight. It's like, haven't figured out on Thursday yet. I don't want to do too much of the same thing all the time. But it's just something to do. Like that. No matter what, I'm going to go out and clean my garage. The breeder who Nora came from contacted me. Okay. Yeah, my friend's Doxy down here was, how old is she now? 4? I mean, it was $1,800. And you had to go through interviews and all sorts of things and meet and greets. And she drove up from Salem, Oregon, up into almost Canada, almost, to meet this dog, the one that just loves my floor. It's getting better. Okay. You have a house dog sitter. That's the way to have them. It's like, I can get people to feed the sugar glider, but the husky, she needs more exercise than what I give her. But I'm going to go for now. I'm going to go out and give Austin a call and see if he's ready to start something. If not, I'm going to go out and clean my garage some more. Pull out the pickup, sweep all my floor, keep myself busy, do something. inventive. But I want everybody to have a good day. And thank you for coming. And we'll see you on Thursday. I know I'll be back on Thursday. And I'll give you an update on Miss Alani. Because it's like, I'm sure she has a whole story to it. So I'll see what she says. Talk to you later. Bye.